It's your man, David, coach, trainer, Cardone, licensee, coach, and Path to Mastery host, as well as podcaster. And listen, here's the question for you right now. Seriously, should I invest in myself is always the question. And here's what I learned. There's three reasons people don't invest in themselves. The first reason is they don't necessarily believe what they're going to invest in is going to work. And in a lot of times it may be a limiting belief that it's going to work, because all you really need to do is look and say, okay, who else did it work for? And you can look at testimonials and you can see results from others. And then the second one is going to be, do I have the money? And I truly believe money is not an issue, because when something's valuable enough, we will figure the money out. I believe you're going to come up with the money no matter what. If somebody said you have got a brand new 2022 Cadillac Escalade truck that costs, like, I don't know how much, a gazillion dollars, like 125,000, like a ridiculous amount of money. Great truck, right? If someone said, I'll give you that truck for $2,000, you need to come up with $2,000. You got 5 hours to do it. I promise you, every person on here will figure out how to become creative enough and resourceful enough to come up with that $2,000. So money is not an issue. When you see the value in something, you will come up with the money. And then the third, which is probably the most common, this is what I learned from Cardone in his training, is we don't have the confidence in ourselves to actually follow through and to the end. And you're probably thinking, well, I've attended events before, I didn't follow through, or there was no real accountability. So what I'm doing is we want to create that accountability for you. So what we're talking about right now is the Grant Cardone Sales Execution Workshop. This is the workshop that I've gone through 3 times now. I am a licensee. I get to pick and choose what I teach, and this is perfect for me to teach. I'm choosing to teach this, and I'm teaching it on April 12th. And we're going to bring you through a process first off in getting sold on yourself, like why you are the best choice, why someone should pay you. Listen to this. Why should someone pay me or you more money than somebody else that's standing next to them that's telling the person they do the same thing? And in the seller's mind, well, they maybe do the same thing. So how are you able to articulate the fact that you're worth more, you have more value, they should pay you more? That's what we're digging down on in this workshop, beyond understanding your product, understanding the company that you represent. Okay, what does that bring to the table? What is the product we represent? I want you to think about the competition. Like, a lot of us feel like competition is, oh, John Smith down the road, Joe Realtor down the road, Bob's used car, whatever it is, right? It's not. Right now, the competition literally is Amazon, right? They are offering the highest level service. You buy anything, you get it like this, instant gratification, delivered to your house in some parts of the country within an hour. And then if you don't like it, oh, by the way, if you don't like it, you just send it back. No questions asked. That is what you call service. And that is what you're being compared against, not John Smith, the real estate agent that's not answering his calls. You need to understand this. So what we're doing in this workshop is going to help you first off to hone and create that message that's compelling, that when people say it, or when you say it, people are going to get it. So what do? I help salespeople connect with people they don't know, handle objections, follow up, and close 30% more sales. Think about it. I help people connect with people they don't know, meaning create new relationships, okay? Handle objections, because there's going to be objections, okay? Follow up, because the majority of our business comes from follow up. And finally, close 30% more sales. That's what I do. Now, I can take that message and I can do that in 15 seconds like I just did. I can do it in 15 minutes in a small talk. I can do it in 30 minutes, or I can spread that out into a 45-minute or an hour keynote presentation. That is what it's all about. So when someone's like, well, why should I pay you more, David? Here's why you should pay me more, because I'm going to help you connect with people you don't know. Okay, you're going to become an absolute ninja when it comes to handling objections. We're going to teach you follow-up skills that are just out of this world, and you're going to increase your sales 30% or more. That's what we're teaching. We're teaching you all those skills. As a matter of fact, That is what the workshop is made up of. Okay. Number one, the greeting. We're going to help you with a strong greeting. I mean, a strong greeting, so that when you're contacting someone, they're going to be like, wow, this is somebody I want to talk to. This is different than all the other people that are calling me and reaching out to me. Then number two is the fact finding process. Okay. So fact finding, how do I dig deep? Deep. I mean, not just one, well, why are you doing this, or what's causing you to want to get a new vehicle? Why are you moving to Florida? Like, that's what we do. A lot of salespeople, though, they'll ask one question and leave it at that. No, we need to go deep. You need to practice going 3 deep. So you ask another question, and you ask another question. And what you're going to find out is typically the third question is where you get the real reason why they're doing something. I've got so many stories of somebody in the real estate space. They were selling their house because they wanted to move to Florida. Okay. And I could have took that as face surface value. They wanted to move to Florida. They were seniors. They wanted to get to warm weather. But the more questions I asked, what I realized was that the husband was actually out shoveling snow with a bad heart. And they were concerned that if he shoveled snow, he may have a heart attack. So by asking the right questions, I was able to understand what they were really doing and how I could really help them. And ultimately, now when the offer came in, I needed to remind them that they weren't moving to Florida just to get to nice weather, but they were moving there potentially to save the husband's life. So it's a completely different outcome. It's a completely different meaning when you understand the real reason. So fact finding, the demo, critically important. We talk a little bit about, but how are you showing up? What are you saying? Are you clear on your message? Is your message compelling? When someone speaks with you, like, man, I want to be part of that. I want to work with this person. This person can help me get to where I want to go. Your message needs to be such that it's compelling. People are going to be like, yes, I want that. Yes, I get that. Yes, I resonate with that. Yes, that's me. That's what I want. 100%. That is your presentation, your demo. Closing. Yes, I am looking at my notes, by the way. I have it here on an iPad. The closing process. Okay. What's your closing process look like? When somebody says to you, yeah, I just need time to think about it. How do you handle that? When someone says, I need time to think about it, what they're really saying is, I'm just not certain right now in what you have to offer. It's because if they were, they would say, yes, let's go forward. This makes absolute sense. So what they're ultimately saying is, I'm just not clear. I'm not certain. All right. So again, the question is, should I invest in the sales execution workshop? Do you think you should invest in yourself? Whatever you're selling, if you're selling real estate, I know the average commission in real estate is about 10 grand. So is it worth investing $1,000 to increase your percentages, increase your presentation, get better at your fact finding, get better at your demo, get better at asking great questions? Like one transaction, you 10x the investment. Oh, by the way, these skills, after you do the workshop, they don't just go away. They're there with the rest. They're with you. Let me slow it down. I'm getting excited. They're with you for the rest of your life. When you take a good workshop and you learn skills, they don't just go away. Those are skills that for the rest of your life will be polished, will be honed. Okay, we'll get better. We'll continue to improve. So this is what we're going through in the workshop. Then listen, the reality is 80% of our business comes from follow-up anyway. So what does your follow-up process look like? We're going to share with you a strong process for following up that's going to help your conversion. So again, I said 30% or more. That's the goal here. Increase your income, increase your closings, increase your percentages, 30% or more. That's the goal. So should I invest in the sales execution workshop? Depends on you. Do you want to take your business up 30%? Do you want to get better at handling objections? Do you want to become more clear on your message? Right? Do you want to close more effectively? Do you want to have a follow-up process? You tell me the answers to those questions. If you said yes, then yeah, you seriously should be investing in the sales execution workshop. Okay, that's up to you though. So again, I want to bring you back to where I started. There's 3 things that are going to get in the way. Number 1 is like, is this guy, what he's saying really going to work? Here's what I can tell you. It's worked for me. I've gone through this 3 times. I was a trainer for Keller Williams Realty for years. I taught listings. That's what I love teaching. It's what I did. I was the top agent in my market for years and years and years. I've chose this workshop because it works for me, and it's worked for thousands of other people that Grant and his trainers have brought through it. Thousands, okay, if not more, maybe hundreds or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. So number one, it works. Number two, do you have the money? So we already talked about this. Money's only an issue in the absence of value. So if something's valuable enough, you're going to figure it out because it's an investment. You're making an investment in yourself. That's the key here. I'm going to invest in myself. It's going to help me take my business to the next level. And then the third one is, man, am I going to even follow through? Like, I've done classes before and I got excited and then I didn't do anything and it was a waste of money. Well, what we did was we want to help you with that by keeping you accountable, giving you 30 days after the event to be in our membership community at no cost to you so that you can keep that accountability going and continue with it, because everything is a path. My podcast is called Path to Mastery. I don't believe that any day we just show up. I believe you get this, you do a training like this, and maybe you leave with 1 or 2 things. You're like, wow, that was an aha moment. Like something became really clear. You get better. And then as you continue to use it and continue to do it, you get better and better and better, and more things continue to come to you. So this is a thing that's going to change your process. It's going to change your skills. It's going to change everything about, it's going to help you take it to the next level. Right? That's the intention here. So should I invest in the workshop? My answer is only if you want to increase your sales, only if you want to get better, only if you want to really take it to the next level. I mean, that's completely up to you. If that's something that resonates with you, then you can get registered. And honestly, you can just get simply registered. I put a link right here to sales.pathtomastery.net. Okay. There's a line going across the screen right now. That's it. Go and register at sales.pathtomastery.net. And listen, $997. I mean, if you went to take this with Grant at his office, you're going to pay $5,000. So $997 is a phenomenal price, but I understand for some that might be a little bit more than you're accustomed to investing in yourself, which is fine. So if you're on the fence, you know you can come up with a $997, but you're on the fence, then reach out to me, DM me. I'm happy to jump on a quick call with you, walk you through some things, answer some questions, and see if I can help you get to that next place with making the investment in yourself. I promise you, when you make the investment, you will get to the next place. But the first step is making the investment in yourself. So you got to ask that question again. Seriously, should I invest in myself? And I would follow it up with, am I worth it? And I say, yes. I say, yes, you are. I say, yes, you are. And you need to invest in yourself. So April 12th, I look forward to working with you. If you need anything, DM me, reach out to me. We'll see you on the 12th.